Hello, hello, hello. What the heck is going on here? Who hit the live streaming button? No, I did. Yeah, I got all my lights are on. Got the love Lego. More Lego on the way, though. More Lego on the way. I'm excited about. I've only done one build, 2 bags of the new R2D2 Lego. It's a really fun kit. I'm already having a tell it's a great time with it. They always do a great job with these Star Wars kits, and we got lots more new Star Wars kits coming out this year. Lots of Star Wars Lego kits, which is kind of my wheelhouse. I also do, if there's also the other big Going Merry. This is the Going Merry from the One Piece, and they're also doing probably some other. Well, they have some other One Piece kits out. I don't know if there'll be new ones. Hey, how is everyone doing today? Welcome to the Wednesday live stream, the Ken Schneider Niner Report. Today we have the King He, the Talking Heads on the shirt, and we have the Diet Coke in hand. Got leftover Christmas diet stock, but still perfectly good. Could be Christmas 2023. Nobody really knows. You know what I mean? They could keep reusing it. If you're missing out on this beautiful brown fluid, you are missing out, and I don't want you to have to miss out. So what I'd like you to do is immediately stop what you're doing. Go down to the store, purchase all of the entire stock of Diet Coke that they have, not just what they have on the display in the cases there. Have them go in the back room. You might need a pickup truck. It's fine. It's America. Everybody has a truck. And then what you're going to do is make sure to say Ken Schneider sent you. 3 nines. How else will I get the credit? I'm going for sponsorship. All right. Anyway, this is really good Diet Coke. All right. That's all I'm saying. Look. Also, if you're in the need of an Xbox controller, get yourself one of these beautiful Bluetooth controllers. If you really want to. If you don't, you don't have to. If you buy one, though, it won't look exactly like this one. These are all they're like swirled in the same way that it's a long story. It's like these swirl patterns are a little different in each and every one of them. That's one of the reasons why I love it. I love stuff where you buy it and it's like that's your unique signature. If somebody were to steal it, I could see from a photograph. That's a long story. All right, so what's going to happen today? I'm super excited about the content today. Today the content writes itself. I didn't have to think. What happened? What happened? What's you excited about? Give me a second here. New content dropped for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Actually, both of them. And it's the California City update. My God, that's my home state of California. And it just dropped today. We're going to watch the video. Let's watch the video. Let me bring that up. I forgot we're going to watch the video real quick on the YouTube video. Let me just bring that up here. Oh, that's not it. Hold on. Wrong one. Somebody else is live. Where's the new City Update 13? What is it? But it's got some cool stuff in it. I'm going to show you the video. Hold on a second here. Where's the newest ones? Here we go. Okay, City Update 13, California. Calm down. I'm going to bring this up here. I'm going to show you guys what I'm looking at here. All right, we're going to bring this up. So this is their new... Oh, sorry, that doesn't fit the screen perfectly, but I don't care. Let's get the video here. So they do... I'll be pausing it. Golden Gate. But there's the Golden Gate Bridge. Alcatraz Island. These are all my home areas. Okay, Oakland, that's where my friend Kelly is. San Francisco. We've flown around here a million times. So we should know if it's going to look good or not. Fremont, haven't really flown around. Okay, here's this. Pause. Here's what we're talking about here. I have been asked a lot to fly around the Apple World headquarters that was built in San Jose or Santa Clara, whatever, not too long ago. And I'm like, I always tell them, I could fly over, but there's nothing there. There's a big empty field there at the time. And what you're looking at here is the Apple headquarters building. I'm kind of excited. It's the first time it has been available in the game. We're going to have to see what that looks like. Okay, Sacramento has been redone. Haven't been there a long time. Yosemite. Now, I was going to buy the Yosemite. It looks like they've refreshed it, so we're going to check that. Fresno, my God, Visalia. That's not much there, but I haven't been there in a long time. Sequoia National Park with animals. Oh, my Lord. Santa Barbara. We just flew around Santa Barbara, and so the whole pier has been refreshed. This whole area. Now, okay, pause. So the other thing I was been complaining about, I have a feeling that Sobo Studios watches my streams because I was loud and long complaining about how they did not have the nice, good-looking model of the Griffith Park Observatory in the game. In 2020 it kind of looks like that, but in 2024 it looks like absolute garbage. Well, you've seen it because I keep flying over it. It's also near the Hollywood sign, and look, it finally looks like it's supposed to after more than a year and a half of the game being out, because they used that model in the opening sequence of this game, but it wasn't available for a while. And it's a free update. Emerald Bay, like, we're gonna have to go through all these places. San Diego, okay, all these places, all of California. So we're gonna be doing California. I'm pretty excited. All right. So that's going to be, let's see, exit full screen, exit that, da, 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 da. So that is going to be that when they just announced it today, and it's dropped today. It's in 2020. It's in 2020 and 2024. I previously to today's session loaded and preloaded the new content. So we should have it, but I haven't seen it, so I don't know for sure. All right, so the other thing that's new is the Caproni. It's not new, but they gave us this refresh version. Yesterday I was watching AV Angel fly around it, and I was like, she's a great pilot, but she doesn't know that plane as well as I do. You know, she doesn't know it like the back of her head. And even there's some things to learn about how to correctly fly it, and I'm still working on it. Let's see, what we want to do here is, let's see. What haven't we done? Let's do the beige interior with the 430 series. It really doesn't matter which Garmin. But then we can select a cool livery. What else we got here? Red, silver, white. Oh yeah. Yeah. Not bad at all. All right, so we're gonna save that again. I haven't thought of that. There's some things I still need to learn. As much time as I spent in this plane, there's still some things I have to learn about it, and we're gonna try to update our knowledge. Oh, somebody's flying that we know. That's what that green arrow is. Is that Hobie? Who is this here? Yeah, it's Hobie. All right, so I see Hobie is on the map here at Burbank. Also, got the same idea apparently. Wants to check out the new content. So we're going to also take off from Glendale, and we're going to check out the Hollywood sign and the Griffith Park Observatory. So we'll start from the same airport, Bob Hope, Burbank Airport. Cold start it because it's kind of my jam. We'll start in a medium parking area. It'll take a few minutes to get going, but not too long. It's a pretty fast. It's a fun little jet though. I love my little. I wonder what she's in. All right. So we're in this beautiful plane here. We're ready to fly it. There it is. Let's take a little walk around real quickly. It's got various port covers. It's basically like a Ferrari. You know what I mean? You know, the air. You know, it's the same kind of thing. You're gonna have to have extra funds above and beyond the kind of person who could afford to buy an airplane. All right, let's get inside that. It's got engine covers. I don't care about that stuff though. All that stuff comes off automatically when we come in here. All right, let's get it going a little bit here. All right, so down here, let's see what we got here. Okay, I just want to make sure all my surfaces are working correctly there. That's good. That's good. Throttle to there. Battery master on. All right, so so what I found out from watching her stream though that I didn't really know before is that yeah, by the way, this is one of these turns you on here. I'll get it. I'll figure it out. This one here. This should be at 100%, right? Okay, very good. What I found out is that there's you're supposed to vent the engines. Okay, so you turn on the vent. Or I guess we have to. You turn on that. But actually, let's just bring up the checklist here because I want to do this right for the first time. Okay, so I'm not worried about this stuff. Battery on, elevator trim. Not worried about that. Battery off, canopy open. We're not worried about that. Can't open the canopy in this version. Static. Okay, all this stuff is done. Before starting engines, battery on, fuel shut off. Is there a fuel shut off valve? Okay, yeah, but those are fine. These are all good. Starting engines. So, all right, so you turn the engine master on, but then you turn the motor. Actually, no, it just automatically starts up. This is different than what I thought. I wonder if there's an advanced. Oh, there's an advanced. Interesting. I didn't even notice this before. So in this one, also, what if you get expert? Because I wonder if that's because she said, yeah, she had the engine venting on. Got it. But okay, we'll skip the venting. But yeah, okay. I was wondering why her checklist is different, but now I see she was on the expert checklist. Okay. So anyway, we're just gonna yeah. All right, now we're gonna go. We have left engine, right engine, and we want to get this going here. We got these nav lights, strobe lights, turn coordinator. All that stuff needs its power. Not gonna need the heaters. All right, we're starting to see the engine come on. We can bring some of this stuff on here. And the water out to. Oh, let's keep it on. Let's see all that stuff. Oh yeah, radio on here, radio on here. Interesting. Okay, so the generators are on. All right. So the thing that is new from my point of view is the use of these left engine boost pumps. They're just a right fuel pump, but these are boost pumps, but these are only used during takeoff. Once you get to cruise, you're supposed to turn them off, and boy, we shouldn't have them on for taxiing. Only during takeoff, really, and climb, because it causes, I believe, a lot of fuel usage. Let's see, power volume. What is this? Oh yeah, transponder to on. Hello. On. I don't really use it, but that's fine. All right, so we should have the radio here. We're in Burbank. We're gonna head over and check out the new Griffith Park Observatory. Doesn't really matter. Or the updated California content.
Request taxi for takeoff. Departing straight out. Engine 9er, taxi 2 to hold short runway 26 using taxiway Bravo Delta cross runway Tree Delta Delta 1. Contact tower on 118.7 when ready.
I'm gonna go this way here. Acknowledge the clearance and clearance.
Short runway 26 using taxiway Bravo Delta cross.
Don't worry about this thing here. I just want to hit my wing into that thing. We'll be fine. Zip in underneath this thing, where I'm going to hit it. Way under it. All right, ready for taking off. I don't know what you're talking about, sir. I don't see the track.
Roger. KNSH 9er.
All right, let's get out to the runway and kind of get in front of other people so I have to wait. I won't wait. It's a beautiful day. Oh, I have to check. Is that Hobie over there? I have to check and see if I have live weather turned on. I'm going in front of you, sir. Yeah, I don't care. I think it looks like we're going really fast. We're only doing like 35 knots. Yeah. Boy, we're getting a lot of that. Boy, it's a long way to this runway from where we were. Not a long way. Actually, we've been to a long way. This is we're there already. So it doesn't look like there's anybody coming in. Boy, a beautiful day. I gotta check the weather here. Here we are, runway 26. Park brake on, tune the tower, ask for clearance.
Clear to land
from clearance. Can we get this? There we go. Can we get in there? All right. So flaps to there, flaps to around there. Positive trim. So trim is set for takeoff. Approved for 26. Here we go. This is what it looks like from here. Acknowledge the clearance.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 26. KNSH 9er.
Plenty of runway. This plane is not going to need anyone near all that. Okay, let's just take a nice flight here. All right, we're going to set up for the runway. We got trim. We got flaps. We're going to build up some power here. Oh, yeah, boost pumps. I forgot to turn them on. Okay, they're on now. It'll be fine. Boost pumps are on. What's our speed? You can see we're getting some speed here. We need those boost pumps. But the point is, I've always been like, oh, we get terrible fuel mileage. You know, I feel like our tanks are being sucked dry. But it's because I always forget to turn off the boost pumps, which is kind of like a supercharger. It's like more power. It's not an afterburner. All right, flaps up. Gear up. Oh, yeah, I wanted to check the weather. Let's just see what I got. I might have set it back to real-time weather, but I don't know. It is not. Let's try. I'm sure it's a nice day there. Now it's going to be like, give it a second to look up the live weather. It might even be nicer. Yeah, this could be accurate. We got some trails up there. All right, we're heading the wrong way to go to Griffith Park Observatory. But I grew up in Southern California. I love flying. I grew up my first 21 years of life, 22 years. Went to UCLA. This is my stomping grounds. I grew up in Pasadena. Went to the Rose Bowl. Went to the Pasadena Rose Parade. Niner. Thank you. Change my frequency, Kenneth. What's my frequency? All right, so the Griffith Park Observatory is this way. So we're kind of north. There's the airport. There's the Burbank Airport, the small airport. Los Angeles is this way. Okay, we're going to start bringing back the engine. All right, so once you get to this stage where you're going to trim to 0, this is the part that we all forget. Remember to turn off the boost pumps. You don't need them anymore. Okay, this plane is very slick. So the other thing that I was watching with Ab Angel's flight report on the new, because it's just been updated, and she highly recommends it. It's only $10. Is you know, she was not as aware as I am of the importance of that speed brake control there. But you know, eventually she figured it out. She's like, at the very end, she's like, I can't slow down, I can't slow down. Oh, she's like, oh yeah, but speed brake. All right, you got to slow engine slow down because we're already almost at max speed here. We're gonna trim to 0. Set the trim to 0, or you know, even a little negative. But turn the engines way down, and that's with the boost pumps on. But this is our new view of the updated California. Now, I don't know if they've updated the actual... I know they've... Well, from pictures, it looked like they've updated the Griffith Park Observatory. But have they updated the Hollywood sign? If so, it's right there where that is. Where that thing is, right? Where that antenna is. Right? Or is it... Or am I wrong? I don't know now. Because there's a couple of these antennas. I'm never wrong. Okay, yeah. So this is updated and upgraded. I mean, it's hard to tell. The Hollywood sign always looked the same, but that part up there is different now. It was... I mean, that's what it looks like, but they've changed it. So the next thing we're going to visit, we're going to make a hard right turn here. And visit the Griffith Park Observatory in the game and see how it looks. Yeah, you can't really see much to get up close. But before, when you got up close, it looked, you know, post-apocalyptic. And according to the upgrade, if I have the upgrade, it should look quite different, especially when we get close. In fact, we'll probably be jumping out. I can already tell you, it looks a million times better. But you're going to be impressed, hopefully, with the detail level here. Hey, science, how you doing? All right, so I've always been complaining that the Griffith Park Observatory doesn't, and you know, in the game, like that obelisk. Okay, and it's not. Okay, so in other words, something happened. It still doesn't look good. All right. We'll have to check this in 2020 and see what went wrong. And what I'm doing is I'm comparing this to let me see if I can bring this up here. To Hold on a second. I'm going to show you in a second. It's Fremont. There's that. We'll check this out. This is the... By the way, they've added in-game the Apple headquarters. But I'm going to show you guys something so you guys can see I'm not on drugs or anything. Well, I'm not on drugs. It's going to show it to you in a second. Okay. All right. So look at this image here. Go back. Look at this image here. Oh, it's okay. I gotta move it a little bit here. This is the Griffith Park Observatory. You can see the obelisk. You can see all the. You can see there's patios with awnings. You can see a beautifully manicured lawn with just everything is beautiful and perfect. Yeah, they have. We're gonna check it out because they show it in this little thing. But I just downloaded this content, and this is what it looks like in my game. I don't see the pretty obelisk. I don't see anything. I don't see awnings on the table. I see the same old crappy. This is not good.
Exit runway when able.
The same old crappy one we've had all the time. So boo to so. I don't know why that is. Why would they would kind of bait and switch us? But maybe it's a bug on their part. Maybe they didn't get all the assets together in time. Maybe they'll figure it out. But I've been wanting for them to fix that Griffith Park Observatory, and they still claim to be doing it and haven't yet done it. And that's really weird because again, they came out with this trailer today that showed a flyover of the Griffith Park Observatory. I just showed it to you, and it doesn't look good. Yeah, let's check out the Apple headquarters. At this point, I'm kind of feeling, I was really excited because I just found out about a couple hours ago that there's this change here. All right, let's check out and see if we can find the Apple headquarters because a lot of people asked me to fly over the Apple headquarters. And I've always been like, well, it doesn't exist in the game. But but they showed you flying over it. Where is it? Okay, here's San Jose. I might have to find it. It is. I mean, it's a huge ring-shaped building. Santa Clara. It's around here somewhere. There it is. See it? You see it now? But until today, it wasn't visible on the map. There was just a big empty field there. So we're gonna fly around there. We'll take off from Mineta, San Jose, from the airport, and we'll just fly over there, check it out. So it's just due west. It's gonna be easy to find, and we'll see what it looks like. But again, bait and switch. I don't know. But this will be the first time we've been able to fly over it. Again, many times. It was, they just downloaded what they call a city update, and it's for a lot of cities in California. All right, hold on. Okay, trim is set, but flaps, for some reason they set the flaps way wrong. That's fine. That's where you want to put the flaps. All right, so we're ready to go in here. Everything looks good in there. Boost pumps are on. We're gonna build up power. We're watching those revs go up once we hit 100. We release, there we go, 103, 104, that's our boost speed. At about 85 knots, we're going to go ahead and rotate. And we'll check it out, see what it looks like. Okay. There's about 90 knots there. We're flying. Gears coming up, flaps coming up. We can reduce power to 90. All right, a little more than that. Very good. All right, there we go. We're flying. Trim can start coming in. I love this plane. All right, right, we're gonna head west. And we'll see if we can find it. Reducing power further. All right, the boost pumps come off, so we're not wasting gasoline. There we go. I'm learning more about this plane. All right, so we're going to have to keep an eye out for it. I might have to go back and forth a couple of times, but that's okay. So they've done a bunch of updating. You can tell a lot of these are kind of some of the newer high-tech building parks that have been more recently built here for some of the more advanced. I think that might be a Google building there. Not 100% sure. But I can probably find it just by flying around. Oh, there it is. Let's head for Apple. We're dive bombing the Apple building. It looks in the distance, kind of looks like a stadium, but there's no stadiums out here. The 49. We should fly over where the 49ers play and where the Super Bowl will be held this year in short order. All right, bring the engines way down so we can kind of zip down here. All right, welcome to Apple's gigantic, relatively recent, it's like 5 years, 6 years old, maybe a little more. World headquarters. I mean, they've always been out here, but again, you flew over here previously, and it was literally just an empty field with nothing on it. I just want to see what kind of detailing they have. I always thought it was like copyright issues. All right, everyone, get ready to get your parachutes out. We're gonna dive bomb the Apple headquarters. But it, you know, not anyone can go in. There's a visitor center over there, but and there's I think a theater, but you can't get into this intersection unless you're an Apple employee. And I believe there's like this is like a restaurant, like it was like a snack. Oh, cool! Look at that. They've got the kind of these colorful archways here. Rainbow archway. You got a little reflecting pond there. And then this thing, which is huge. I mean, it's effectively like 10 stories tall. I think it only has 4 floors, though. But they're really tall floors. And that's what it looks like from the inside, okay? So, and this is what it looks like from up. But it's a perfect circle. You know, if you're seeing any distortion, that's just effectively lens distortion. And from the outside, I'm not sure what the front is. I think the front, I don't know. Maybe this will no front. You can't see things like, at one point I know there's these huge glass doors that slide open. But I don't know if those are going to be depicted here. Or where they would be. Well, yeah, this is the first time we can see this building in the game. And it's a full 3D model. I wouldn't call it the most detailed model, but it's about as detailed as these models. Yeah, I don't see any entrance really, but so it's probably over there. But yeah, you see multiple buildings. There's multiple kind of areas over here and check out. Could be also like snack bars or things over there. It is large. It's large. All right, well let's fly over the venue for the while we're around here. We're gonna fly over the venue for the Super Bowl. Anyway, these are all Apple buildings here, but I think like one of these buildings there, one of those buildings is the so-called visitor center. I think there's still a little bit of places there where there's actually, they didn't evict the apartments, and there's still apartments there. There's a bunch of people living there. But yeah, I'm excited that they are trying to improve things, but again, I was hoping they would improve the, like they promised, the Griffith Park Observatory, and it appears to have not been improved. I don't know. Well, what I'll do is I'll check it in 2020. I have a feeling it's going to look fun. It always looked good in 2020 is the thing, and it always looked crappy in 2024. And even after this update, I can't really say anything. So the stadium is built kind of close to the water. So we should be able to find it if we go up here. Oh yeah, I still got a lot of positive trim to go off here. And basically 0 trim here. But yeah, you see a lot of other high tech. This is the El Camino Real corridor here. Lots and lots of high tech businesses of every stripe. Meta is down at Facebook. And of course, University of California. We should check out or Berkeley, or excuse me, Stanford. So I think where is is it over here? I think it's over here. The area where the stadium is. I'm not 100% sure. We'll find it. It's just either here or it's back the other direction. But I think it's up ahead here. That's Moffett Field. That's owned by it was owned by NASA, the government, effectively. They used to have blimps there. So it's been a while since I've checked out this stadium in the game. I don't know if they've improved it or changed it or anything like that. So there's the amusement park there, Great America or whatever. I don't forget what it's called actually. I don't know if it's even open. It's not very good. But you can see Levi Stadium here. Levi Stadium. Now, as stadiums go, it's definitely one of the better ones. I mean, in terms of you get a feeling for how it's designed and put together, and it's got a lot of the specific detail that you're going to find. The color scheme of red and white being the, red and gold is the 49ers color there. Super Bowl champions, home of the faithful. Right there, that's all actual, real accurate stuff. Very well done. Levi Stadium, that's where the Super Bowl is going to be in I guess 2 weeks or so. So that's going to be your little preview of that. But yeah, this whole California is looking really good. We're going to be flying around California a lot. Yeah, the amusement park. Oh yeah, where is it? There. Again, some amusement parks are pretty flat in how they're modeled. But they even say, well, hey, they've updated San Francisco itself, so we might as well travel up there and check it out too. We're going to do another high-speed zip over Levi Stadium where the Super Bowl is upcoming Super Bowl. And then right here is where the kind of Great American Amusement Park is. It looks it's pretty well modeled and accurate in game with all the actual 3D roller coasters and water features. Well done. Yeah, they've put some love into this whole area. All right, we're going to give it some gas and head up to San Francisco. It's not very far. It's about 25 miles. And this plane's fast. It's one of the good things. And meanwhile, we'll enjoy the sights of the beautiful peninsula, which is right there. Do I need this up here? Yeah, it's really not that far. So this is Moffett Field. One thing you can see about Moffett Field is they have these large hangars that were used for blimps. And it also has a gigantic wind tunnel. And sometimes you can see the wind tunnel's unusual shape. I can't remember exactly where it is. It's very large. It has a very interestingly shaped building because it's gigantic. I don't remember where the wind tunnel. It might be that building there. Might be on the other side. I don't remember. But I don't know how active it is now, but I mean, probably not. I mean, it has a big runway. And wind tunnels might have been over here. I don't really remember. I went right to the peninsula here. And oh, that's the wind tunnel. It's a very, very obvious once you see that what a wind tunnel looks like. Giant. It's not small. That's the intake there, right? Wow. Yeah, no, I was going to say it's a very dramatic looking building. And it still is. All right, we're on the 101 freeway heading north to San Francisco. Checking it out. So yeah, AV Angel, I mean, this is basically one of our favorite planes. All right, so one thing we got to check out is the fuel situation real quickly. I want to make sure everything is good. Flight performances, mass and balance, fuel situation. Okay, we don't have anything in the tip tanks, but we have plenty of fuel. And it's going a lot slow. We're moving through the fuel a lot slower now because I'm correctly not flying with the boost pumps on, which cause you to waste gas. So there's a couple bridges down here. It's just gorgeous. It's a beautiful day here. We love California. There's the 101. Lots of the peninsula is just loaded with upscale communities. Atherton, of course, Menlo Park, Palo Alto, Redwood City, San Mateo, Foster City, and especially ones like Palo Alto and Atherton, especially Atherton's just all huge estates. You can kind of see it, right? Is it around here? It's almost all green. It's like a big patch of green right here. And probably aren't houses in there, but there are. They're just giant houses with large wooded areas in between them. And that's how you know you're in Atherton, because you can't see the actual houses. And what you can see them is they're big and kind of spread out. And then you get to Redwood City, and they're instantly, which is this boundary here, I believe. And then instantly you get normal houses, normal distance, very close houses, less expensive. Foster City is on the water. It's kind of on reclaimed land. But yeah, I used to live, of course, on the peninsula for like 10 years. Lived all over California. Oh, we gotta reduce our power here. Speed up. You can the great thing about this plane is you can tell when you're going too fast by the sound. but we'll be fine. We won't tear the wings off until about there. I can always hit my brakes. There's my brakes, and that'll really break you. I don't need it. There's another little runway here. That's an interesting one. I don't know if it's in the game either, right? It probably is, because I don't have points of interest. There's a little runway. I lived in Seattle, yes. Well, I moved, so after I graduated from UCLA, that's when I lived in, that's the only time I lived out of California. Plus I lived in Hawaii for 2 years. But I lived in Seattle. What does it say there? San Carlos. That's the one I forgot. San Carlos. I lived in Seattle, and then this is the Oracle headquarters right here. Foster City. When I lived in Seattle, I lived in the East Bay, so the Bellevue area for like 3 years, and then I moved to the actual. This is the Oracle headquarters, really cool looking. And then I moved to Seattle, city of Seattle, north of Lake Union. And I lived there for about 3 years, and then I moved back to California. And this is Foster City. It's got that very, you want to own a boat, this is where you're going to live. But even if you don't want to own a boat, this is where you're going to live. My friend works for Visa now. My friend Kelly works for Visa. This is the world headquarters for Visa Corporation right here in Foster City. This set of buildings here. And then she's there. I think 3 days a week now. Pretty recently. But yeah, those are all that area there right behind us. That's Visa, the Visa Corporation world headquarters. So yeah, I like Seattle, but I didn't love it. I like the people. There's a lot of nature. There's a lot of beautiful nature you can drive to, and the mountains and the snow and the water, the rainforest and the beach, and it's just very green and beautiful. But I didn't love the weather. It was kind of rainy and depressing, and it's dark in the winter because the sun doesn't get up very high. And I've just been from California, so. First opportunity I had to move back to California, I moved back to California. There's another school there. I forget what this is, like Redwood College or something. And then there's these little buildings here. Whenever you pass these buildings here, you're like, there's like a hotel. There's like some, these are like hotels that are really, they're airport hotels. So if you need to stay and you want to stay close to the airport, you don't want to have to drive, or you take a shuttle. These are hotels here, and these are like the airport hotels. They're not necessarily good, but if you're, a person, for whatever reason, you want to stay close to the airport, there's your staying right there. I think that's a Marriott or something. And then we're flying right over San Francisco International Airport. Probably shouldn't do that in the real world, but I don't care. And so far, the simulation is running smooth. I have no complaints there. Especially considering you can see how much loading it's doing. That is the San Francisco airport there. That's the new international terminals there. You can see the whole design of it. I mean, it's a couple little jerky, but not bad at all. Very, very, very detailed. It's a good airport too. I don't mind it. Let's put it that way. All right, so if you're leaving the airport, you want to come to the city of San Francisco. This is the 101 freeway here. It gets pretty thick. That's the 280 that goes out towards the west side there. And normally when you come here, there's a really big sign here that says, there it is. It says the city of South San Francisco. Let's fly over it and read it. I think it's always been in the game, though. It says South San Francisco. The industrial city, that's what it says. I forgot exactly what it says. But you can see that from the freeway. It's kind of like the Hollywood sign of South San Francisco. But yeah, okay, so there's the freeway. We're just going to go over these little hills here. So I guess Burlingame is the community over here. There's a bunch of little peninsula communities. This one here. I don't think I've ever been in this area. What we're looking at here. I don't think there's much there, but it's close to San Francisco. You can see San Francisco in the distance. So there's train right away there. That's the Caltrain, I believe, and then the freeway's over here. And right behind here is the location of where there used to be the San Francisco 49ers used to play at a place called Candlestick Park. And this is the candlestick, this little thing that sticks out here. It's been raised and flattened for a long time. It used to be right here, there was a big stadium. And, you know, it was a lot closer to San Francisco. But it didn't get great weather. I remember I went to Candlestick Park a couple times, but they haven't really even built anything over where it used to be. They just raised it. But yeah, so that we flew over where the new stadium is going to be. All right, so we can start to see Sutro Tower on the distance there. The kind of southern part of the city here. This is not the fancy part of the city. All right, let's move on. Okay, but then you get to Potrero Hill here, and then it starts getting a lot fancier. So once you get to this hill, and you get kind of the other side of this hill, because that's where you get views of San Francisco, on the other side of these streets here, that's when it starts getting, you know, oh, people want to live here. This side here of the hill, right here. And that's pretty fancy there. And that's a hospital, I believe. There's something, I'm not sure where it is. There's San Francisco General around here. And you see the maze of freeways. Approaching the city of San Francisco. What's our speed? Too fast. There's the bridge, the Bay Bridge, heading that way. It's a beautiful day in San Francisco. And it is a beautiful day. I'm looking out the window right now. It's really nice. They've updated several buildings, but it always looked pretty good. And I'm not even 100% sure this is how it's supposed to look at this point. Because, you know, not all the buildings look better. I used to work in the Embarcadero Center, by the way, when I lived in San Francisco. And that's this building kind of right flying over right now. Right, that one there. There's 4 buildings, and I was in the second from the end there. Embarcadero 3. All right, they did say that Alcatraz has been renewed. So we're going to take a look at Alcatraz to see if it looks like it's been renewed. Because I definitely downloaded this new city update. I mean, I'll show you. I can prove it. But they specifically called out in the video that Alcatraz has been updated. And that means I'm expecting to see some high-res models. We'll have to see. And we won't know until we get right up close. Yeah, this looks pretty good. This looks a little better than it did before, I think. Like that thing there. Can't really tell from here, but yeah, I'd say it looks pretty good. All right, we're going to the bridge. But one thing I can tell they haven't changed is like position of that. There's an LNG tanker. There's one of those cargo ships there, and it always seems to be there. All right, there's the city of San Francisco over there. The other place I always like to fly over, and I've been there in the real life not too long ago, is the Palace of the Legion of Honor. It's a museum. But yeah, a lot of people are flying around this part because, again, it just got updated, so a lot of people are going to be flying around California. There's the Golden Gate Bridge. Stay low here. Did I just smash into it? Apparently I did. All right. Let's try that again. See, you can see the plane is flying. But my boost pumps are back on. I had a feeling it was going to do that. All right, let me see. We'll try getting lower. I thought I was putting it low, frankly. All right, from here. The plane nose really wants to come up here. But we're going to get down. I'm going to brush this ship here. There's no possibility that we are too high. Right? So if it says crash again, okay, well, we had to give it a lot, I think. And we're talking about this tanker here. It looks about the same. The one thing I want to check out, the other thing is that they had these gun emplacements on the marine headlands. We were just here a couple weeks ago. Oh, engines. And you can you go up the Marin Headlands. You can park up here. You can walk around. It's beautiful. See the city. But they have these gun emplacements here. I think they do look a little better. Yeah, they look a little more improved. They were just kind of satellite mapped, and now you can kind of see the concrete pads. And there's some out there too. Those were used to defend the bay from Japan, potentially. Are my engines running? Okay, they are. Okay, that's all good. Flaps are good. All right. Well, we're just going to have to explore more of... the tunnel there. By the way, this is now called the Robert Williams Tunnel. Right there. Pretty cool. We're just going to be exploring a lot more of California. But one thing I may do is because is load up 2020, and we're going to check out Griffith Park Observatory. Because I mean, it's got to look good in some version of the game. But the fact that they're using 2020 as their standard of the best looking, as the best looking model is kind of weird, since that's the. But yeah, there's also a sim update for 2020 that just came out today, and they're still supporting 2020 like nothing, like everything. All right, you come out here, the freeway comes down here. Eventually, you hit the wine country. We'll probably be able to land at Napa Regional. It's pretty close. Oh yeah. All right, where's that aeropuerto? It's around here somewhere. It's this one up here. It's not this little one here. It's KDVO. That's Napa Regional. The one the CA-35 is not long enough. All right, but a beautiful. There's the shopping mall. There's the Marin County, whatever. Shopping mall. And I think up here is where all the car dealerships are. Somewhere around here. Big mall there. Oh, actually, the car dealerships I think are up ahead. I used to drive up here all the time on this freeway, but it's been a while. I mean, when I lived in San Francisco, which I haven't for decades. Beautiful area. That's where the ferry is. That's where the Sausalito ferry goes. Those are ferries, and those go to San Francisco. And then you come here. Yeah, you come here, and then this is Auto Row. I mean, if you're interested, but if you want to buy a car, you're going to be going to one of these buildings right here, right here. But if you're not, you're going to keep going. Say you want to go to wine country or something. It's a really pretty freeway. I mean, it's Marin County. So there's a lot of hot tubs in the hills kind of situations going on. But I'm having a great time flying around. Anyway, as I say, there's oh yeah, by the way, this is the famous Marin City Hall, that was designed by Frank Lloyd Wright. Really, really, really famous building, and it looks better than ever in the game. It always has looked good in the game. Really famous building there. Alright, we're on our approach. We're going nice and fast. We're zipping along in our Ferrari of the skies. There's a tiny little airport down there. But that's for like gliders and very small planes. I mean, it's like, oh, I think it is a glider airport. Actually, I'm able to take it off from there. But Marin Regional's coming up here. I think that, or it's Napa, I think, right? This one here. KD, it's Gnos. What is the runway? 3,000 feet. Perfect. But it's not Marin International. It's fine. This one here. It's fine. We can land there. All right, let's start thinking about landing there. So we want to slow way down here. Trying to put some brakes out here and flaps. That'll help us slow way down. You can see our speeds coming down here. I can see the runway up ahead. I've acquired to the runway. You can kind of see it there. Now you can't, but no, I can there. let's just fly onto it. Oh, fun time landing. Again, the key to landing this plane is understanding that it will not slow down on its own without using the brake, which is this lever down here. It says, or they say spoilers, but air brakes. And you gotta have them available. So right now I'm moving the brakes to about a 50% position right there. And then, oh, we do need our, like, gear to come down. There's gear coming down right there. Hello. Is gear coming down? There we go, finally. Figured it out. Oh, yeah. Full braking. Yep. This might be a little short. That's full braking. We're actually going pretty slow. We're going a little fast though. I'll be able to slow down. Gets a little unstable on the ground like that. He's got to keep. There we go. Perfectly good landing. Perfectly good landing. No complaints on my part. All right, you know what's going to happen? There'll be the big ring games. And by the way, there's going to be lots more flying starting Friday for the next stream. I'm sure we'll pick up California again, but maybe we'll do it in 2020. Just to do the old comparisons. This is 2024. Fortunately, this plane is available in 2020 as well. It's in both, and it's pretty good in 2020. It's about the same. All right, but that's it for the flying. I mean, you don't get the choice of interiors, but yeah, it's about the same. There it is. Beautiful plane. All right, that's it for the flying because I do want to do some big brain games. Let's see what we got here. Big brain games. Going to change category to just chatting. Just chatting. Let me get there. Okay, we're in just chatting. I can get out of this. We're going to go to the main menu. So interesting stuff. I mean, it was an interesting day in that we have new content, and some of it was definitely upgraded. That Apple headquarters was not in the game before, but this image of Los Angeles's Griffith Park Observatory does not seem to be matching what we saw in the game. It's kind of weird. Right, so what do we want to do here is the big brain games. Hold on, let me get that set up for me. Big brain game. We'll start with a Quirtle. We're gonna do the reveal. Yeah, you'll see. It's the same, kind of the same daily games I do every day. Even when I don't stream, I do these games every day. So, I mean, obviously you're going to get better, especially these word games, I think. Let's see, what do we got here? Let's see. This could be O-N-E-R. So what could that be? No. Let's see. O-N-E-R. What could that be, though? Goner, G-O-N-E-R. That's a word. Okay, it was. And that G was really helpful. Let's see. Upper right could be igloo. Ooh, and that's interesting. Now we know this upper left word starts with I. This is going to be an easier one. So this is going to be ingot, I believe, right? I-N-G-O-T. Yes. And then the final one, though, this one here is going to be, could be a few things. Let's try flake because it fits. All right, it was flake. All right, warm-up game number one, or big brain game number one. By the way, cheers. I'm enjoying some Diet Coke right here. I hope you are as well. What the hell happened? Right, so the next game is the revealed. What are the fine folks? Let's just play it. All right, help me out here. It's a place. It looks like it's in 11 letters. Will be the correct answers. The correct answer will have exactly 11 letters in it. Okay. The place we're looking for is an blank blank of southeast blank in the western blank. It is an blank consisting of more than blank blank and blank lying about blank blank off the coast of blank. It's our islands blank blank, but nearby blank is the blank most blank city. Both are part of the blank blank located on blank. The largest blank, the second largest blank of the blank is blank in the southeast. I mean, maybe that wasn't Philippines, or did I spell it wrong? I think I spelled it wrong. Yeah, I spelled it wrong. I had the right idea. I spelled it wrong. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? That seemed pretty obvious there. All I know is this is 2L and 1P or 2Ps and 1L, and I get it right the first time. All right, so to see the results, we required 0 reveals and 0 hints to figure out that it was the Philippines. Here's a picture of the Philippines. Other players required a 4.9 and 1.7 on average. 75% solved at a pretty high solve rate. Wasn't that hard. The next game is called the Tightrope Trivia Quiz. Now, it's a 9-question timed multiple choice trivia quiz. I consider myself a certified trivia master. But you never know. Trivia can hit you in the ass, you know. All right, it's time. So as soon as I hit that button there, the timer starts and we got to get going. Before I do that, I'm going to have a little bit of the old brown fizzy fluid. All right, get ready. Popular was Big Cherry. Large service of Urban Colony, Austin, Texas. Bats? I'm gonna go with. I heard that Austin has a bat problem. Somebody feels superior to those around them. Haughty, gouty. I mean, that's not a word. Meow. We're taking a fire theme name. It was a Matchbox when it was developed in Tinder, right? Yeah, okay, yeah, it is what it is. I mean, obviously we're in the new city update for California. Gretna Green and Lax Wedding. It was in Ireland, right? Oh, Scotland. Damn it, I should have known that. Ooh, that was a hard one. It would make more sense that they go to Scotland because it's connecting. Monarch was incapacitated and his son was placed. George III? Oof, that was a lucky guess. Early 1800s, too, which makes him a late ruler. Weekly Colony versus Helen Fielding. Bridget Jones' Diary. Helen Fielding, I think I was aware that she's the author of that. Famous from leftist artist was Tony Bennett. Yeah, I saw you on the map. Well, I didn't fly around, but did you notice that the Griffith Park Observatory does not look correct in 2024 compared to the? I'll talk about. You'll see, but leading to it was a Hustler, landmark Supreme Court case, and a movie. All right, 8 out of 9, not too bad. I'm gonna have to live with it. It's a correct. We're not going to get Clever Funambulist, but we will get Tightrope Boss. Walking Encyclopedia, I mean, that's the second highest. Hey, that's not so bad. Try it yourself. Can't get a 9 out of 9 that. Well, in IRL, it's very amazing. It's fantastic. What I'm saying is, if you look at, there's a video, right here. Okay, do you see this? They released a video today, the trailer. This is the city video. You can see what I'm talking about here. They showed a flyby. Here's a plane. This is the Griffith Park Observatory. You can see there's awnings. You can see a lot of detail on the obelisk. You can't see it in this because my face is covering it. There's the obelisk there. You can see the obelisk. You can see but basically look, see these awnings down there below the thing, none of that is in I just flew over this in 2024 after installing it, and none of this is in there. So what are you supposed to think, But I'm going to try it in 2020 and see if maybe this model is in 2020. But this model looks a lot better. I mean, you can see they're flying over it. It's moving. That model looks a lot better than what I flew over today. So I'm just wondering what else doesn't look right. Or You know, and they did do the city update for both 2020 and 2024 and release both of them today. And I'm just wondering if the yeah, it doesn't match the trailer at all. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, we're gonna have to call up the Asobo Studios and all right, we got more big brain games to go. Let's do the reunion. This one takes a while. Let's get going in this one. All right. Okay, we got to figure out a bunch of words here. I'm not gonna take forever, which means I'll probably screw it up, but let's find out. Okay, are there any of these words popping out at us? We have a K, and that K is in the column. We know where the L is. This T is in the row. This E is in the row. I think the E could be over there. Well, hard to say. This E is in the column. This U is in one of them both. The T is in the row. Interesting. I think this U is there. I don't know why, but I just get the feeling it was, and it was. I think this word down here is going to be erupt. In which case the T has to go there. And because there is an E available, let's see, is there an R available? And there's an R available. I just feel that it's erupt, right? And it was. Okay, so the point is now we've got a word, but we got a bunch more to go. But that helped because those took letters out that were unknown. Let's see, then this K, where's that gonna go? So I think this K has to go at the top because it has to go after the C, and then I think it's going to be Knelt, Knelt, here. So let's just assume that's correct. This E is going to go here. Okay, now let's see. This Y can't go here. So I believe it has to go at the end, right? Like there. Yeah, okay. We're moving along. This is going well. And let's see here. This just could be yell because there's another L there, and this could eventually, I believe, eventually the hedgehog and the fox are going to go down here after Knelt. So let's test that theory by moving this L into that position. Yeah, I think that's correct. So the C and H are going to move somewhere. The C and H could go here and make shoot, CHUTE. And if that's true, this H will turn green, and the C will turn green. Ooh, cheap viewers. Cheap viewers. I don't want cheap viewers. I want expensive viewers. Let's see. Nah, this is going well. What is this word going to be? This A and U have to go off. So the E has to go here, or the U does. So it's unusual. Okay, so the U goes here to make and then the A goes here to make usual, and then this is gonna be society, right? The I goes there, the S goes there, and then shuck on the top. Nice. Okay, we did 16, which is 1 under par. That's a win, by the way, because we didn't do any wrong moves. Those were all green moves. And some of them were guesses, too. Oh, my goodness. Cheers. Hello, Diet Coke with me for the success of that particular big brain game. All right, what's the next one? The next one is the New York Times conniptions. That's the daily puzzle from our fine friends at the NewYorkTimes.com. They're not friends of mine. What they're giving us is 16 words and or short phrases. Words, it looks like in this case. We have to group them into 4 groups of 4 by affinity. But danger. There's both wordplay and misdirection going on here. All right, let's see what we got here. Rib. Ooh, that could be a lot of things. Motor. Mock. Tire. Platter. Okay. Rag. Needle. Gloves. sham, bucket, pretend, time, soap, dummy, tone arm, and me. That's definitely going to be something. Okay, a tone arm, a platter, a motor, and a needle are all part of a phonograph. Yeah, I'm pretty confident on that one. Record player. Okay, let's see. Rib, rag, mock. See, mock, pretend, dummy, and sham. Those all scream out to me as something that are related. So let's give it a whirl. Imitations. Okay, today's okay. So we want one more. So far we're doing perfect. Rib, bucket, rag, time, ragtime. No, soap, gloves, tire, and me. Soap, bucket, rag. And gloves are all things you use in the car when you're doing a car wash. When you're washing your car, I'm going to go for it. Cleaning supplies. So specific, okay, not just for car wash. Okay, this is going to be wordplay, the last one. But let's see if we can figure out what it is. Rib, time, tire, and me. It's like timer or... I mean, we don't need to know what it is. Oh, I got it. Spare rib, spare time, spare tire, and spare me. Spare me. Spare blank. How did I know? Okay, that's what you call a perfect game on thing. We have one more game to go, which is the Quirtle. Octortle, excuse me. Did the Quirtle already. Let's switch over back to the Quirtle. Go back to the Octortle. Octortle's like the Quirtle, except we're going to solve 8. 8, I tells you. Let's do the sequence. The rescue is the hardest one. 8 5-letter words at the same time, based on these random 4 starting words. Let's see what here. Blank E, blank SE. And could be a lot of things. We don't have an I or a Y represented. Are there any things here that have no vowels at all? Because they've got an I or a Y. No. This one here is, okay, it's got to be, it's G U E S S, right? That's got to be it. That's an easy one. There's always a couple that are effectively spelled out. Well, let's see. This one here, though, interestingly, is interesting because the E can only be at the start. Or at that, or the position 4, or both. So if it's E, T, and then there's some. Yeah, that one's tricky. Can't be MR or MT. Oh, could it be empty? E, M, P. It could be empty. Ooh, let's check it out. It could have been empty. Right? Because the P and Y are available. It was not empty. All right, that's not great. But we could potentially still not lose. It's going to be hard. Oof. Let's see. Let's see if we got any here that's reasonably easy. This word could be dense. Oh, let's just guess dense. D-E-N-S-E. Okay, at least we got something correct on a wild guess here. And we needed that N and the D. Let's see. We have a word that starts with E now. Has an R and a G and an A in it. So we should be able to figure this one out here too. So it's either E. Let's see. EGR something AR something GR ER something AG. Huh. These are hard to. I don't mind that it's hard. I got plenty of time. We're still gonna have a full Ken's Piano Lounge segment. So we got a lot of streaming to do today. No hurry though. I'm having a great old time. Water. Where water? Where would water be? Let me see. I agree. It could be somewhere. Oh, eager. Autocorrect. Thank you. EA. That yes, that works. EA. Yes, the A goes there. That's what I was missing. That makes it a lot easier. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Very helpful. We're doing it as a team today. All right. So this one here, we know there's a G and a Y, but we also know there's an A and an R. Oh, and the A is either start. Oh, it's angry. It's spelled out, you know, because there's an A and we know what the G is, and then there's an R and a Y. So that one's easy enough. Let's see. Okay, now I know this word has only one R, and it's you are something blank Y. It's something you are blank Y. So what could that be? It's not furry because there's that R can't go there, or like curry. So let's see. It's not rugby because the R can't be there. It's you are. Let's see. So what's. Curvy. Ooh, you're hitting them today. Yes. Curvy. And so yeah, you're hitting them. I was about to get there. All right. So it gives us the C and the V, but there's the C's and the V aren't easy. All right, let's do this one here. Starts with an A and an L. We know there's an O and a U. So it's AL. And O, and there's a D. So that one's easy enough. Let's go here. We got U and blank Y, and we know there's a D or maybe two D's, right? So that still could be buddy, B-U-D-D-Y. I think it can only be buddy, B-U-D-D-Y. Let's just guess it. It was buddy. All right, we're down to one guess and one word. So it comes down to this one. Now at least we know. I was having some struggling with this word for some reason, but now that I know for sure it ends in ER, it's definitely going to be easier because there's an MT. Oh yeah, okay. But see, the key is that there's another vowel in there, but we hadn't used the I, so it's miter. No, it can't be miter. It's timer. It couldn't have been miter because the T couldn't be in the middle. But yeah, it's definitely timer. All right, wow, that took forever, but that was a group effort and we did quite well. In that it says we won right there. It says you win. Right. Cheers. All right, it's going to take me a few minutes, as usual, during which I will run my mid-roll to drag my piano. It's leaning over the wall there, as you know, but, enjoy the mid-roll music while that occurs. 1 second here. I do want to get into the music category for today's musical performance. Okay, here we go. Oh, sorry, my bad. Still setting up. Still setting up. What the heck? When my camera froze. Oh. This one froze. Let's see how I unfreeze it. Oh. Oh. No. I fucked it up. Oof. Oh, okay. I broke a connector here. I broke my connector for the my inset camera. It's not the end of the world. I may have a spare. I'm gonna run my mid-roll. Let me see if I can find my spare. But we'll see. I should just have to be able to turn off and on again. Let's just see here. Let's see, which camera is this one? This one here. Right, deactivate it. Wait for a second. Activate it. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. And I have to go there. Sorry for the delay. Apologize for the delaying, but you know what? I have a spare cable, and because I broke my cable, but I thought I haven't. It's a long story. It's not a problem. Nothing expensive has been broken. Let me just see if I can get this camera back to where I like it. All righty, back on the old Ken's piano line. All right, what is Ken's piano line? All right, need some Diet Coke after that. You never know when something technical random is going to go on, but basically, yeah, I had to emergency replace that cable. Is everything good there? Hold on a second here. I move this here. Okay, that moves it correct. It's pretty much about as where we're going to get it here. All right. So this list of songs, blah blah blah. Let's just sit and play some keyboards here. Oh yeah, one more bit. Let's play some songs. What if this thing's fucked up? Like is it mechanically fucked up? Can you see your camera? welcome to the lounge. We're actually getting some stuff going here. flash dance for you. Next song is called The Girl from Ipanema. Okay. What's the next one? Oh, yeah. Todd Rundgren songs. the next song I feel like doing here. Another 10 minutes or so. So got a few more songs. Maybe 15. Losing the end there, but that's fine. We got most of it. A few Steely Dan songs. All right, got a few more songs I always like to do. I always like to do this one. Can You Read My Mind for Superman the movie. Let's see, what do I feel like doing now? This one. Oh yeah, that's what I like to do. Let's do Up and Away. Probably last one is going to be this one here. Up Where We Belong. voila. That's it for the old stream of today. Me? Oh no, the whole room is spinning. It's not just. I hope you enjoyed today's show. There's a few technical issues, but you know it is what it is. And I said I set out to fly around for a bit, to succeed in a few of the big brain games. That's all. That's all. And maybe play a few of these songs without making too many gigantic errors. And I've achieved all those goals. I'm so glad we had this time together, just to have a laugh or sing a song. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to say so long. See you next time.